Grounded 2 just dropped some major reveals here at Gamescom. We're talking a brand new terrifying boss that makes the wolf spider look like a house pet, the entire arena built specifically for this creature, and on top of that, the ladybug mount, which has a freaking turret, acorn turret on its back, dude. I'm not making this up. Let's dive into it. So diving right in here, not wasting any time, let's talk about the huge reveal, and that is our first look at AXL. Now, AXL is going to be the colorful looking tarantula pet here that is going to be a boss in Grounded 2 in the next major update. They revealed some footage here about the arena, what it looks like, how big it is, and on top of that, they revealed AXL themselves. The developer stated that it is not just a reskin of the wolf spider, it's actually going to be 3 times the size of the current wolf spider in the game. Dude, I absolutely already struggle fighting against the wolf spiders. I could only imagine my skin crawling when I see how big this thing actually is in game. They stated it's going to be 16 times bigger than your actual character, so this thing is massive. We can see from some of the screenshots here and in the trailer, the Orweave spider looks very small, like a toy spider standing next to this thing. That's how big AXL is going to be. And the developers have stated that the dedicated arena will be where AXL lives and resides. He's not just going to be there willy-nilly. You will have to use some sort of summoning recipe in order to spawn the boss in, but on top of that, they also stated the fight is actually going to be a 3-phase fight. So obviously, as you reduce his health, it'll enter into another phase, obviously getting progressively harder, and each phase adding new mechanics that we're going to have to learn. The developer said themselves the best way to learn is unfortunately going to have to die a handful of times as you enter in each phase for the first time to really learn the mechanics. The devs compared this to like the boss fights we had back in Grounded 1, like the Mantis. However, they stated that it's going to be a little bit different, or even upgraded, if you will, because this time around in Grounded 2, we won't be on foot with a spear. I mean, I guess you could if you really wanted to, but they've designed this fight to actually be centered around you and your buggy. So because of that, picking and choosing the right buggy to aid you in this fight is going to benefit you significantly. There's going to be a lot more strategy around utilizing your buggy to potentially tank for you, or to provide some sort of damage mitigation for you alongside yourself and even your friends. If you do successfully kill the AXL boss, obviously, just like with other things, you will get a bunch of handsome rewards. Now, here's a spoiler alert for anybody that does not want the rewards to be spoiled. If you do happen to kill them, go ahead and skip the video ahead. That's my official warning. But they did state and spoil it via the DevCom, interview, that once you do complete it, you'll get the ability to use, the skin, or, everything that the AXL boss will drop to craft a massive bow. They use the term massive because they said it's like hilariously massive compared to the other bows we have in the game and the size of your character, but they kind of balance this out by saying, it makes sense because, AXL is the largest creature that we have seen or know of as of right now that is in Grounded 2, so again, it makes sense there. Secondly, they said that you'll be able to craft a giant chest for storage back at your base, utilizing the materials from the AXL boss. And lastly, they talk about a Spider King throne that you can design and have crafted and utilize back at your base. Again, very cool things. They said there are more things as well, but they don't want to spoil all of them for us here. But in general here, I think it sounds absolutely crazy. I am scared of spiders, so I'm absolutely not looking forward to the boss fight. But when it comes to boss fight mechanics, the 3 phases, and all of the new recipes and stuff that we can unlock, dude, I'm so damn excited. And the huge reveal isn't just about bosses. They also gave additional information related to the Garden Biome that we can expect in a future update. Think pumpkin patches, hedge maze layouts, and a humid greenhouse that is unlike anything from the first game. And on top of the new biome, that will be introducing our first look at the new buggy mount, the ladybug buggy. They showcase this image you see here on screen, and dude, it looks awesome. Not only will we be able to just ride the ladybug as yourself, it looks like the ladybug mount is actually going to house up to 2 individual players. And on top of that, check out what's on the back, dude, for the second player to man and gun. And it looks like the acorn turret, which, if you guys know anything about the acorn turret, as of right now, as it sits just stationary, it does insane damage to those orc waves that are being sent to to your base. I can only imagine how awesome it's going to be to have this turret on the back of the ladybug and on the move, dude. Oh, I'm so excited for this. And of course, throughout the entire interview, they didn't spoil too much around the ladybug buggy or go too in depth on what we can expect, but with them showing this image and then when them talking about just, you know, how different it's going to be compared to the red soldier ant or the orb weave spider, I can only imagine of all the different abilities and stuff that the ladybug will give us compared to the other two that we currently have in the game. And with that being said, that unfortunately brings us to an end here when it comes to the massive reveals. The interview was roughly about 25 minutes in total. There was additional information, maybe some hints to other types of things that we could expect, but nothing actually solid here or confirmed by the developers. For me personally, that's what I felt was the most important and the biggest reveals here from this interview. If you guys have any additional information, let me know down below in the comments, and also let me know while you're down there what you guys are most excited for that is going to be coming here to Grounded 2 in the near future. As always, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. I'm very excited to jump in here and check out the new update whenever it does launch. And as always, if you guys enjoyed the content, be sure to subscribe here on the channel for everything Grounded 2 and beyond, and I will see you guys on the next one.